Hi there, guys. I have to record this again because I left the microphone off again. My hair looks like shit. Alright, just letting you know why there's two webcams. The one with the special effects is on a big list, and it's like far down the list, and I have to scroll all the way down to disable it. And it's annoying because, like, you can't just scroll all the way down. You got to find it. So I just added another webcam, the same webcam, on top without effects, and then I just delete it later after I've made this because this is just a local recording thing. This is for my Twitch layout when I stream on Twitch. And I wanted to talk about Sindel. And I have to say all this stuff again that I just said before. It's really annoying. Where do I start? Oh, man. So Sindel came out in MK11, and there's been a lot of people are upset, including me. It's fucked. What they've done to this character is so fucked. It is just so... They just don't care about Mortal Kombat anymore. They really don't. They really don't give a fuck about the legacy of these characters anymore. They're just trying to rewrite the characters. They're trying to make Sindel some fucking, I killed a man because fuck men, and I took over the fucking outworld because I'm in charge now because I'm a whammon. They just tried to put all this crap in the game. Well, they didn't try, they did. They've put all this crap in the game. There's no reason for them to have done this. And as I was saying before I stuffed up the audio, you can't... This character literally says, everything you knew about Sindel, I lied. You can't do that! You can't have a character, Sindel, who is connected to Katana, Shah Khan, and a whole lot of other characters, Jade. You can't just have that she lies and then not correct the other character stories too. You can't do it. You can't have one character say, I lied. Because it doesn't make sense. Because then you got a character, Shah Khan, that backs up the original lie as fact by saying, I killed Jared when I invaded your realm, blah, 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 blah. And Katana, who's pissed at Shah Khan for what he did, drove her mother to kill herself. You can't just rewrite this crap. You can't retcon this so lazily. Whoever wrote this ending should be fucking ashamed of themselves. And I have a feeling, if I was going to go by my gut, I just got a feeling that it's not John Vogel doing these endings anymore. This is just a gut feeling. I don't know. And if he did do it, I don't reckon he wouldn't have wanted to write this shit. I really don't. I just know it's someone else. Someone who's into SJW bullshit politics. They wanted to rewrite this ending, put this garbage in the game, and it's fucking destroying the game. I can barely play MK11. It makes me sick when I play it. It makes me ill. I was playing it before, so apparently there was a crypt event on, and guess what? I turned on the game, and guess what? The thing wasn't there. Again. This is another thing that pisses me off with this game. They think you just live on Twitter like this. Oh, there's a crypt event. I'll run to my Xbox. Oh, how many hours do I have to get it? 3 fucking hours. Oh, well, guess what? I was out all day today, living my fucking life. My Xbox wasn't with me. Maybe if I had the Switch version, I might have been able to get it. But I don't have that yet. So I get home and I see this thing about a crypt event, a Kano skin. I switch it on. I find the spot where it's in. And guess what? It's not fucking there. 3 fucking hours. That's ridiculous. I complained that one day was bad. And they've changed one day to 3 hours. That's what they do. That's what this fucking company does. When you complain, they double down on stupid shit. It clearly shouldn't be a day. It doesn't give people enough time. The game doesn't even announce that there's a crypt event in the game. It doesn't ever even say in the game, there's a crypt event. You have to be on fucking Twitter. What if you don't have Twitter? I do. But what if you don't? You just miss out because you didn't have Twitter and you didn't see a post that said, you got 3 hours to find the wooden bridge under the stone bridge. It's fucking stupid. This Sindel thing. Going back to Sindel. I just want to say something, but I've said this before. These people, they'll attack me. They'll say, "Oh, this guy's a man baby. He lives in a basement, and he's a virgin, and he lives with his parents." Like I'm some sort of pathetic loser. But here's the thing, right? Let's just say I am this pathetic loser. Right? Doesn't that make them more of a loser? Picking on a loser? Doesn't that make them worse? Because they're pointing out that I'm a loser? Picking on a loser? Bullying a loser? I'm going to use the bullying word. Bullying another loser? Doesn't that make them more of a fucking pathetic loser for picking on a loser? I think so. And here's the other thing, right? I love it when they say, "Oh, this guy lives in his basement." Guess what, internet? We don't have basements in Australia. We don't fucking have them. You fucking stupid idiots. You Americans are stuck in your own fucking world so bad that you think everything's the same as America. I'm sure there's some houses in Australia, but by design, you know, most houses just don't have a basement. We have a separate room outside called a rumpus room. American basements have the stairwell inside, like in It. You know, goes down the stairs into the basement, and he sees the two glowing orb things. And he gets scared. And he runs up the stairs and closes the door. That's an American-style basement. I've seen it in so many fucking movies. We don't have that in Australia. I don't have a stairwell that goes down into a downstairs part that's under the house. You know what I mean? I don't. And I'm not saying that don't exist. I'm sure there's somewhere in Australia that has it. But generally, most downstairs rooms, you have to go outside the house to access it. There's no inside stairwell. Hence, it's not a basement. It's either a storeroom or a rumpus room. So, don't have basements, you fucks. Anyway. So, this Sindel shit is just so bad. I can't even talk. I can't even articulate this video properly because it's just so infuriating. All the shit around it. Like I just said, you got people who call you out, call you a loser. You got these people who fight with you on Twitter. And I was talking about it before, about how I pointed out how fucked it is. How like Adenia is supposed to be like almost like Earthrealm, pristine, in that Shah Khan stepped in, took over, killed King Jared, Sindel killed herself, and Katana swore revenge, and Shah Khan adopted her as his stepdaughter so he could absorb Adenia into Outworld. Right? That's the story of Sindel. When you play Mortal Kombat Deception, you go to Adenia. You run around, you see all the beautiful waterfalls of Adenia, beautiful, beautiful landscape, you see everything. And basically, what they're telling us now in MK11 is that the whole time she's been evil and wanted to rule and be, and have power and glory and have a new lover and all. She was already queen. She was already powerful. She already had money. She already had a lover, King Jared. She had a fucking daughter with him. That's why it makes no sense. And I pointed all this out on Twitter. I'm like, this makes no sense. They've shown what Adenia looks like. These other characters have talked about Sindel's story. And Sindel herself has talked about her story. You can't just change it and lie about it. And then you get these people on Twitter who are corporate sponsored by Warner Brothers, and they chime in their 2 cents, and I know corporate speak. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I might not be connected with Warner Brothers or NetherRealm anymore, but for years I worked with Midway, and I worked with Warner's and NetherRealm at the start of MK9. And I know how companies... I still work with some companies now as well. I know what they're like. When a political thing comes up, and people are sponsored, if you talk bad about it, you lose your sponsorship. That's just fucking how it is. Look at Bethesda. Look at how they treat their fans and people. Look at all the shit going on with all that stuff. Look at how Warner Brothers shut down people earlier this year who made videos like I am right now because they didn't like what they were saying. They put fake DMCA claims on their videos to shut them up. Not because they had a DMCA claim. They went out there trying to silence people. You can't fucking do that. So, what is this corporate speak I talk of? It's like this, right? Something political happens, and not sponsored person goes, that's fucking bullshit, they shouldn't do that. And sponsored person goes, you know what? I don't mind it. And that's what I said on Twitter. I don't mind it. The amount of people, the corporate people, who are sponsored, who say that, you look out for it. You'll see it and you'll go, TMK's right. Those words, I don't mind it, are used so much to back up big corporations because they don't want to lose their sponsorship. They don't want to lose their free airfares to hotels to play the latest Mortal Kombat game, you know, or whatever. They don't want to lose that stuff. They're afraid. They want to just say, oh, good job. Good job making Sindel a man-killing bitch. Good job. You know, because all that story you wrote from MK3 about how, you know, how Shao Kahn evilly controlled her and resurrected her on Earth realm and all those cool story slates and all that stuff that they grew up loving before they were corporate sponsored. Yeah, fuck all that. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So I'm referencing someone called Ketchup and Mustard. Ketchup. He had a few things to say, and I told him. I said, your tweets stink of the corporate talk. I know it. You know what? I don't mind it. You know, I know those tricks. I know that's how I've probably even done it myself at some stage with Midway. You know, when people were shitting on MK versus DC, I still like that game though. That's the thing. I never ever said I don't mind it when I hated something. I've never done that, and I'm sure he's not like that too. But there comes a point when if you just do it every time, you know, Jack's going back and changing slavery. I don't mind it. Sindel's ending being just totally fucked and just shitting on all the story. You know what? I don't mind it. Even though I brag about how MK3, your UMK3 is my absolute favourite. That's why they're called Ketchup and Mustard. Based on Sector and Cyrax, who were bought in on MK3 and UMK3. That's where their nickname comes from. That's where their passion came from for Mortal Kombat. And they think it's okay to shit on Sindel like that. It just throws up a red flag. How can you be the biggest fan of MK3 ever and then say, you know what? I don't like it. It just shows that the corporate shit has made you blind and you care more about your corporate sponsorship and making your money on YouTube and getting all your hits and all your views and all your videos and blah, 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 blah. It just shows that you care more about that crap than you do about the game. And that's the thing. I might be outside the circle now with Warner Brothers. But I've always said what I felt when it came to MK. When Tremor came out, I said I didn't fucking like it. When MK9, when all that bullshit was happening with MK9 with me, excuse me, I told him I don't like being treated like that. I fucking told him. I didn't say, oh, please don't delete my corporate sponsorship, like every other Mortal Kombat fucking fan did. I was the only one who stood up against them. You know? And I knew it was a risk. I don't like being treated like shit by a big company. I don't like that. I don't like when they sent me this fan kit saying, oh, you know, just to show that we love the fans, here's a little fan kit, and we're going to put some swag in it for you, you know. And they sent maybe 5 or 6 of these kits out. I saw or spoke to everyone who got a kit, and they all said that they got 4 shirts in there, 5 headbands, and mine had 1 shirt and 1 headband in it. Gee, I wonder why. The reason they had to send these fan kits out to start with is because of me. Because I was saying Warner Brothers is shitting on the fans. So when they send me a fan kit that has fuck all stuff in it, and a very passive aggressive move, it was just a big fuck you. I'd rather they didn't send me a fan kit. Don't send me a kit that's got like 1/3 or 1/10 of the shit that other people are getting. Everyone should get the same. Even though I was promoting MK9, flew out to E3. It was only me and Chris, Komidogu, you know, there, you know, and they treated us like shit at E3. Wouldn't give us any extra shirts. They wouldn't let us skip the line, even though they gave us a thing that lets you skip the line. They wouldn't let us use it. Every time we went to like watch the MK9 demo again, because we love MK, they said, "Oh, it's full. Sorry, don't come back." Pretty much, they just treat us like fucking garbage, and I don't have to be spoke to like that. Same thing happened with Microsoft. Microsoft treated me like shit at E3, at the same E3, the 2010 E3. And when I got back to Australia, I sent an email to Microsoft saying, "How fucking dare you treat me like this?" I said all I wanted to do was come down and attend your show, put some stuff on YouTube, get a Gears of War t-shirt, and maybe interview Cliffy B if they had time. And all these things, they just play games. They just like ignored all my emails when I tried to like set up to go to the press conference. I sent several emails. I called them constantly to try and organize and get all that organized, and they just ignored it all. And then when I was at the booth, they said, "Who's Cliff Blazinski?" They literally said that to me. Some dumb bitch said, "Who's that?" At the Gears of War 3 booth, the guy that made the fucking game said, "Who's that?" And then they dicked me around when I tried to get a Gears of War 3 t-shirt, because I kept lining up for it, and they kept running out and say, "Come back the next day." Then they came back the next day, and then something happened, and I had to come back later. Then there were no shirts. You know, and I was really pissed, because that was a really cool t-shirt. And they just wouldn't give me one. And all these things are just mediocre things, but it's just infuriating when you get dicked around by big companies. We're there to promote their stuff. You know? We're at E3 to promote their stuff. And I said to Microsoft, I said, "I'm nothing." I said, "You can literally ignore this fucking email and nothing will happen." I go, "Because I'm just nothing. I'm a nothing PR person. I'm a one guy with a Mortal Kombat site from Australia. But I don't deserve to be treated like this, so I'm just telling you how it is." And they were awesome. They emailed me back straight away and apologized. And a guy from like Sydney like rang me straight away. Like, this was almost scary. The guy from Sydney emailed me and goes, "I've never heard of you. What's your number?" And I gave him my number. And I went send. I remember this. I was renting. I send the email. 5 minutes later, my phone rings. And he goes, "I've never heard of you." And I said, I laid out that I emailed this address, that address. I read out all the emails address. I called this number. Tried to organize, you know, press access to the press conference, the Project Natal unveiling, all that stuff. And didn't hear shit. And then everything that happened at the booth. And he was just going, "Really? I'm like, "Yes, really. This is what happened, you know." And he goes, "Oh, don't worry." He goes, I'll get you the Gears of War shirt." And I said, "Well, yeah, now you owe me 2." So I got 2 of those iGear LA shirts. I gave one away to someone. And everyone got a free Xbox who went to that show. So he gave me a free Xbox as well. The Xbox 360 Slim. And then he put me on the press list, you know, and from then on everything was fine, you know. But just goes to show that even though Microsoft made a big fucking mistake, they corrected it. And I always really appreciated that, you know. NetherRealm didn't do that at all. They kept fighting with me. No, you're being unreasonable. You know, we never did that. You know, or just excuse. Always an excuse. We can't give out HD renders. Then they give out HD renders. You know, it's like, it was just everything was just a lie. And the thing that makes me mad is I'm a human bullshit detector. So every time I was lied to, I'm like, they're lying. And I know they're lying because I've dealt with corporate people before them. I've dealt with Midway. You know, so when they say, we don't have this render with a alpha channel background, it doesn't exist. I know they do. And I know they do for two reasons. A, I had it on my hard drive from a different source. And B, when the artwork's created, they create it so they can flick off the backgrounds. Because you have to keep the effects intact. When you got like a render of Sub-Zero and he's like doing a freeze, like a freeze ball, that's how you know if someone's cut it out, by the way. You look at the glowing freeze ball and look at the edges. They can't keep that alpha transparent effect when it's cut from a flat image because they can't just flick off the background and keep that transparency. Whereas if you have the original Photoshop files, you can. And a lot of the renders I have that on, so I'm able to do that. And that's why I wanted unflattened renders, so I would keep them the best quality. The thing with me is, I don't know, I'm way off topic here, and I'm talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's all connected to me. When I was working with Midway, I'd do these wallpapers, and they were bad. I look back at them and go, oh, they were bad. But you know what? They always gave me the highest resolution shit. And I look back on some of those like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks ones, and I got like, because I had access to like Kung Lao, you know, cool Kung Lao render like that. I was able to make a wallpaper of it and just have like this mad close up of his head and the hat and the eyes. And even though the rest of the wallpaper wasn't that great, the font was too big or whatever, it looked awesome. And that's why I wanted this stuff. When they give you this shitty little, when NetherRealm were giving you this shitty little fucking render that was, they downsized to 1080 from like original size, you lose all that detail and you can't do good stuff with it. You know, so it was infuriating. So this corporate talk, these lies, this silencing YouTubers with bullshit DMCA claims, all this shit, it's all related to NetherRealm. You know, the fact that they put this Sindel out and they make the whole ending like social justice warrior nonsense. You know, they make it about anti-man thing. The woman has to kill the man and now she's in charge of the realm and the man's the bitch who fans her. You know, Shah Khan would never be that bitch. Never. No fucking way. He told the Elder Gods, fuck you, you know. Literally, told them, fuck off. I'm going to invade Earthrealm. Fuck you. I don't believe in Mortal Kombat. And have to come down and kill him. Eat and destroy his soul. Stop him. That's how badass he is. You think he would fan some bitch who got the best of him? He would plot to slit her fucking throat behind her back. That's what he would do. And it's just pathetic and sad that this Mortal Kombat has lost this awesome storytelling. And I just got a feeling like that the original storytellers aren't doing it anymore. I don't know. I just got a feeling it's not. I think John Vogel used to do most of the stories. I don't think it's him anymore. I think it's other people. Or if it is him, he's been told to write this shit. You know, I think it's like 6 people going, no, you got to do this now. The woman has to kill the man. You know, fuck the man. You know, like, she has to be in charge now. Because whammon, you know. And it is pathetic and sad that that's how they tell a story in Mortal Kombat now. By literally destroying all the history of this character of Sindel. You know, they will destroy everything from MK3 to MKX just to have some political agenda now. And that is so sad. So pathetic. I haven't even played Sindel yet. I've got the early access. I haven't even played her yet. I really don't want to. And the thing is, she looks great. Skin looks fantastic. And, you know, I was complaining about skins. About the look of the female skins, that they were afraid to make them sexy and that. They're starting to fix that. That's awesome. But then they just undo that progress by shitting on the story. My favourite thing about Mortal Kombat, the storylines. Shitting on the characters by just not caring. You know, and just the stuff they tweet out. And the stuff they say on their fucking stream. You know, you got people on the stream who say, oh, I'm a big fan of Deception, after literally just explaining how they've retconned her whole fucking story, which includes Deception. You know, you can't... These people don't give a fuck about Mortal Kombat. They care more about their current status, their current goals, their corporate goals. They want to make everything fucking, you know, men are shit, women that rule the world, social justice crap. You know, they want to shit on everything. They want to have black rights. You know, Jax goes back and stops slavery. If Jax did that, he wouldn't fucking exist. It's fucking stupid. All of this shit is stupid. It is moronic. And it's just fucking this game. It's fucking this game up. I don't think... If the next one has all this stuff in it, I'm not buying it. I'm saying it now. I'm not buying it. If the next one has any of this social justice shit in it, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not. I'm going to play the old games. I'm going to be happy with the old ones. This will be the last one. Because, like, I'm not wasting money on that trash anymore. I'm not. I don't care, you know, people like Ed Boon, I don't care how much they say, you know, how many fucking units they've shipped. I don't give a fuck anymore. Because they don't care about the game anymore. They care about all this other shit. Imagine they just had this game come out with the reveal event, you know, and the game had come out and it had none of this social justice crap in it. Everything would have been so great. The characters would have looked awesome. They would have had battle damage because they couldn't do that because of they couldn't do battle damage in the game because they couldn't make the women have ripped clothes. So they just took out battle damage. Because that's in the old games when the women had battle damage, the clothes got ripped and showed more skin and that. And they were afraid of that, so they just took it out. Right? So it not only affected, it wasn't just a political, it affected the game, it affected the look, it affected the art, the style of the game. This political shit affecting the art. Then they had really terrible skins. That people like me made videos about how fucking bad the skins are. That affected the game. That affected the art. If I was an artist on the game, I'd be pissed off. You know? Then you had people like that Danish Sheard who told the fans that we're not fans because we don't like any of this crap. None of this would have happened if they just had made the game how they should have, and left all the social justice, political nonsense out of the game, and just focused on making a good fucking game. Who cares if the characters are sexy? They're not fucking real last time I checked. You know? If they had done all this stuff, everyone would have talked about how great Mortal Kombat 11 is, and there wouldn't have been any problem. And there wouldn't have been all these videos. People would have complained about the crypt, I guess. But that's already been fixed. That doesn't matter anymore. So, you know, I've said my piece. And I'm sorry if I repeated myself in this video. But I had to re-record it. So, when I'm thinking, did I say that already? Sometimes I'm like, I might have said it in the first recording or the second one. It becomes confusing. So, if I repeated myself, I'm sorry. But it just... Sindel's fucked. I don't know. I might stream it one night. I'll stream it. I'll beat the game with it. And I'll try not to puke in my mouth when I beat the game with her. But that will probably happen anyway. So. I I just can't believe... I can't believe the shit that's going on with this game. I really can't. I really can't believe it. The most hardcore game ever started the ratings system. Is now a bitch. Well, at least I'll forever have my original signed artwork of Sindel and Shah Khan, husband and wife. And, oh, right. Notice Sindel's glowing eyes. Yeah, that's because Shah Khan mind controlled her. I lied about it. You know, signed by the actors too. I got this signed at Kombat Con a few years ago. You know, signed by Liam Montalongo and Brian Glynn. The original, the OG Sindel Shah Khan. At least I have that. So if they continue to fuck the game up, I can just focus on framing the old stuff that I got from Kombat Con that I got signed. Put up some frames and stuff. Just remember the glory days of Mortal Kombat before they ruined everything with their garbage. What's in the next one? I don't know. Probably have a trans character or something, you know. Yeah. And I'm not against that, actually. It's just, it's so... The thing is, it's the way you do it. It's the way you do it. If you want to have a gay character... I didn't care about any of that stuff in MKX when they made characters gay, when they made Kung Jin gay. He was like that from the start. But you can't just go and then change characters who are already established. You can't just change. And that's the problem with Sindel. You can't just retcon and change everything and just say, I lied. You can't do that because everything's built around her. Her realm, her story, her daughter, Katana, Shah Khan who killed her husband, King Jared. King Jared's dead. There's all these other connections. You can't just change it and go, yeah, that was all bullshit. You can't do that. It doesn't work. There's too many loose ends. You can't just do that. It's like, I made the joke. Scorpion can't just go, I wasn't in the Shiro, I lied. It doesn't work. You got Sub-Zero, you got Quan Chi, you got fucking all these connections to Scorpion's story, Takeda, Kenichi. You just can't change that. You can't do it. And, you know, people will tell you, oh, but it's a new timeline. But Sindel on the current timeline, after MKX, had the same story as the old timeline. The only time they've changed her story is this game, is 11. That's why it doesn't fucking work. And you know, shame on NetherRealm. Shame on you for shitting on one of my favourite fucking characters. Shame. And it's not just me. It's not just the man baby from Australia in his fucking basement. It's not just me. Because when I tweeted that out, 75 likes on that fucking tweet and 25 retweets. That's insane for my Twitter. I normally get, you know, 3 or 4 likes or something. 75! No one likes this shit. No one. It's garbage. It's bad writing. It's terrible. What you've done to this character. Terrible. You should have, you know what? Fuck it. You should have just put Michael Myers in. Fuck. Don't put any more Mortal Kombat characters in MK11. Bring in all the guests. You know how I fucking hate guest characters? Fine. If you're going to fuck all the Mortal Kombat characters, just bring in all the guest characters. You can fucking ruin them. Ruin the Terminator and Spawn. I didn't give a fuck about Spawn. Ruin them. Don't put any more Mortal Kombat characters in. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll give you my support in the next Kombat pack. I want Dexter. I want Harry Potter. I want... who else is a Warner Brothers title? Dirty Harry. It. Who else? I'm looking for some Warner Brothers stuff here. What else we got? Oh, Batman. Batman in maybe. Fucking. Oh, Cobra. Stallone. Put him in the game. Go ahead. I don't show up here. You put him in the fucking game. Don't put Mortal Kombat characters in. If you can't handle it. Anyway, I've said my piece. I'm sorry I had to record it like this. I'm having camera problems. My camera's battery's dead. And I still haven't fully cleaned this place up. It's just I can't film on the couch. The couch has dust on it, okay? I can't get to the couch. There's so much shit in front of the couch that I can't get to it. I live in this very small place now, so I just gotta hopefully get through it all one day. Oh, excuse me. Get it all cleaned up how I want it. And, you know, I still got to do my the standee repair. There's stuff on top of that now, you know, that I'm still trying to do that. So, it's just easier for me to use this because I sit here every night, even when I'm not streaming. So, there's space here. Can't put something here because this is where I sit every night. I eat my breakfast here because my breakfast table has stuff on it. So, that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it's way off the tracks. I know I ranted a lot about Warner Brothers and NetherRealm. Like I said, it's all relevant. It's all the corporate bullshit, you know. And I've been harping on it. Excuse me. My voice is fucked today. I got phlegm and stuff. I've been harping on it for years and years and years since the divorce. But you know, that's my right. I was the only one who stood up to him. You know. And so that's how it is. I gave him a chance to work with me again in 2017. I emailed him. I said, "Do you want to just forget the past and move on?" And they fucking ignored me, so fuck it. You know, if they don't want to work with me and they want to continue to make this stupid shit, I'm going to promote it anyway, so I'll just move on to something else. Promote some other game. Street Fighter. Street Fighter? Hadouken. Hadouken. No, I could never be a Street Fighter man. I couldn't do it. I could play it like now and then, but I could never be like hardcore, like collecting stuff and collecting Ken Pogs or something. Ryu and Ken Pogs or something. I just couldn't be a Street Fighter fan. Maybe a Dead or Alive fan. The thing is, if it's over for Mortal Kombat, you know, I'll probably just go back and play the old ones, because the old ones, there's so many old, you know, up to MKX is pretty good, so there's a lot of old games that I can still play and enjoy. I love the arcade games. I love MK1 to 3, and MK9 is always great, so you can always just play them and forget about the current state of things if I have to, you know, but yeah. Anyway, this is the slowest wrap up to a video ever. If you haven't, oh god, my throat. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. It's irritated. If you haven't already, please ring the bell, because YouTube fucking hates me and my channel, and it's the only way you'll get notified of an upload when I do an upload. And because I don't like upload all the time, so you really need to ring that bell, okay? It makes a big fucking difference. And make sure you press the subscribe button too, and leave a like, and email me, and follow me on Twitter, and tweet me, and leave a comment on the video, and sign up to my Instagram, and leave a comment on my Instagram. Go to my Facebook, leave a comment on my Facebook, like my Facebook page, share my Facebook page, then go to my other Facebook page and do the same for that Facebook page, and then go to the Warner Brothers forums and tell them how much of a total Mortal Kombat fan you are. And what else am I forgetting? Just kidding. I wasn't kidding about the bell though. I do stream on Twitch too sometimes, all jokes aside, so if you ever want to catch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/TotalMK. I try and do a stream once a week. At the moment I'm streaming Assassin's Creed 2 because I love Assassin's Creed 2. And it's great to just revisit these games. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace. And fuck you, Sindel. You fucking waste of space. MK11 Sindel.